Alright, here we go. This is the NUX Mighty 20 BT amplifier. It's loaded with an 8-inch speaker and it's rated at 20 watts. Let's see how it sounds. Welcome back, folks. My name's Shane. If you enjoyed the intro clip, please give the video the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Today we're checking out the Mighty 20 BT amplifier from NUX. This is an absolute beast, loaded with an 8-inch speaker and rated at 20 watts. Let's check it out up close. One of the great things about this is we essentially get 8 different channels. We get clean, overdrive, middle, and lead. Each of these have 2. So on the clean, it's a green button. If you hit it again, it takes you to the crunch channel. The overdrive channel does the same thing, it's a yellow channel. Hit it again and you get a higher gain overdrive tone. And the middle is also a high gain distortion, so you get that scooped metal sound, but you also get a high gain distortion. And then the lead, you get 2 different sort of voicings of that as well at different gain stages, which is fantastic, and you can store them all. So you can set the amplifier up however you like. Say you've got a lead tone that you really like, you hold the button down and it stores the patch. Nice and simple. It doesn't matter what you do with the controls after that. If you hit that button again, it will take you back to how you had it saved. I think that's really, really cool. One of the cool things about this amp is the fact we get so many different types of effects already built in, and we don't need a mobile phone to access them, which is awesome. So if we want a reverb, we tap reverb and then we get 3 different reverbs to choose from. This control over here affects each effect in its own unique way. Sometimes if you're on like a chorus or a tremolo, it's the speed of the effect, and then this becomes like the intensity of the effect, or kind of like the mix control. So it just depends on what effect you're on, how these interact with each other. But once you have it where you like, you can store your favorite sound, and it will always sound like that, irrespective of where the controls are. If you turn off the amp or go over to a different patch and tweak that one, it will always sound the same when you come back. I think that's really cool. And lastly, we get a headphones out as well as an auxiliary in. Now that's for just sort of streaming music from your phone or whatever. You can put it like one of those headphone connections in there, play music through the amplifier that way. Pretty sweet. In the video, I'll give you an overview of each of the channels and how they can sound with some of the presets that I've made. And I'll also show you how to modify one as well. It's nice and simple. So a huge thanks to the guys at NUX for organizing this amplifier. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about it, all links will be in the description below. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get into it. I thought I'd start with some of the presets that I've already made and stored within the amp, and then I'll show you some of the features of it in just a little bit. Let's start with the clean tone that I made. This is the bridge and middle pickup on my Strat. Here we go. Beautiful. Over to neck pickup for some chords. Alright, so if we push the clean button again, it will go brighter, which means we're on the crunch channel. Let's take a listen to this. This tone's great for that sort of off clean blues tone. It sounds pretty cool. Let's take a listen. Cool. All right, over to the first overdrive tone, and this just has reverb on it as well. You can add delays and all that kind of stuff if you choose. We'll do a little bit of that later on. So this is bridge pickup on the CST-24. Over to neck. All right, and now over to the bright yellow sound, which is the rock tone. I've added some delay. You can see the tap tempo light on the amp flashing. This is bridge pickup. Here we go. Let's take a listen. I like that one a lot. That's awesome. All right, let's do it. Let's go over to the metal setting now. And this first one though isn't the actual metal setting. It's like a high gain distortion, so it's still pretty musical. Not to say metal sounds aren't, but you know, I'm a blues player. So here we go. This is bridge pickup. I should break out the wig for this one, but here we go. Over to the metal tone. I'm not a metal player, so bear with me, guys. Sorry, metalheads. That's all I got. And now over to the lead channel, which is the pink channel. And this is the lower gain of the two, believe it or not. I've actually turned the reverb off and we've got some delay on. You can see the tap tempo on the amp. Let's give this a shot starting on neck for some lead. The actual delay sounds beautiful. I was just waiting for it to trail off there, not to spill onto this mic, but it sounds great. Let's try the higher gain of the two now with a click of a button. This has reverb and delay on it as well, so here we go. I could play that all day. Let's try it with the volume control down. Cleans up beautifully. Turn it back up. That's probably my favorite channel just for soloing like that. It holds the notes beautifully. It sounds great. Adding some delay and reverb is always a good option as well. It just sustains beautifully. Have a listen. Woo! It's pretty loud too, I gotta tell you. I thought what I'd do now is show you how to set up some reverb and delay on whatever sound that you like. I'm using the lead channel just because it's a lot of fun. This is how it sounds right now with no effects. So it's dead dry. As soon as I turn down, nothing's coming out of the amplifier. So let's add a reverb to start with. For this one, I think I'm going to add a plate reverb just for something to do. We want to turn the effects parameter up so we actually hear it. It's kind of like a little bit like a mix control in many ways. Here we go. What a tone. What a tone. All right, let's add some delay as well. Same process. Now we can adjust the parameters of the delay or the actual type by using this control. And I'm going to add a mod delay, which is actually right at the top as well. We could add whatever you like from the tape or the dotted eighths as well. Actually, let's mix it up. Let's go tape delay here, and we're going to leave that like that. Now what we're going to do is just change the mix, maybe add a few more repeats like this. Here we go. So if you want a little bit less delay, if you want a bit less reverb, I should say, hit the reverb, bring the reverb down, and that should fix that. Much better. All right, let's go over to some modulation. All right, let's give the modulations a shot. I'm over to the Overdrive channel. As you can see, we're on the yellow channel here. I'm going to click the modulation button on, and I'm going to set this to a faster sort of sound or setting. So the further clockwise you have it, the faster the modulations will go. We've currently got it set to the phaser. Let's take a listen to this. Let's go over to some chorus in the up section of that control. Now, if that's going too fast, simply turn this one down. All right, and over to tremolo. Let's give this a shot. Trem's one of my favorites. So if we like that, we can store it in the amplifier. I'm not going to store that. It sounds okay, but it's not a sound that I just want instant recall to. But the great thing about this amp is you can set it up however you like, and you've got instant recall just by pushing the button again. So if we go back to the lead sound that we were using before, the higher gain one, which was the fun one, it's going to be exactly the same even though I've messed with the parameters. Let's take a listen. That's the great thing about this amp, being able to recall your favorite settings just by pushing a button once you get it stored is awesome. I think that's one of the best things about this amp. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Shane. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So what are my overall thoughts about this amp? It's great. It's nice and light, which is awesome. It has an 8-inch speaker, which is really great for home use. It has a closed back as well, which is cool. And it comes with its own power supply. But in terms of the important stuff, like how does it sound, all that kind of stuff, it sounds great. When I first got this though, the amp was buzzing and I'm like, I'm hoping this is just transport sort of looseness in the screws, and it was. I tightened up these 4 screws and the buzz went away, and it sounds mighty, not only at low volumes, but also at like loud volumes. I'm shocked how much volume this thing has. Now, a while back, I tried the little portable amplifier from NUX as well, the BT Lite. If you missed that video, I'll post the link up in the cards. That thing was awesome. It's one of the best little battery-powered amps. You can also run it on AC. But one of the best little portable amplifiers ever. For a home amp, this might be one of the best ones I've ever tried. No kidding. It's got all the tones that I like, and being able to store them and just recall them by pushing a button is great. I think it really ticks a lot of the boxes. Let me know what you think of the tones of this. If you want to find out more about it, there'll be links in the description below. A huge thanks to NUX for sending this out. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know what you think. This is going to be a bit of a mainstay on the channel, I think, coming up for not only guitar videos, but also just for when I want to practice at home. I think this is a great little amp loaded with the 8-inch speaker, which gives it a nice full sound as well. It's not too small or anything like that. So let me know what you think. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.